What's your favorite song?
My favorite song?
Did you not just start? Everybody heard that first half of the sentence that he said where he said, my favorite song?
Yeah. What's it called? You didn't say anything. You can't think of the name.
Phil, don't you make your own songs on SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Okay.
SoundCloud rappers.
So, I'm recording now. So yesterday when we were doing box and whisker plots and we had the minimum, Q1, medium, Q2, and max, actually your calculator will do this for you. So I'm going to show you how. And what you're going to do in your notes is you're going to take notes on what you're doing in your calculator. Okay? What buttons you're pushing. And I'm going to go, I need you to look at me and take me seriously. Look at me and take me seriously. I know you always take me seriously because I'm such a serious person. But really try, okay? If you get confused, ask your partner. If you're both confused, stop me so that I can stop. Please don't say to me 10 minutes after we're into it saying, so how do you turn on your calculator again? Because I will be upset. Real upset, okay? But if you stop me and are like, hold on a second, can you repeat that part? No problem, okay? So just don't get behind. Ask your partner. That's what they're there for. All right, first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit the stat button. The stat button is right here. It's kind of like diagonal below the arrows. It should look like this. And you're going to hit enter on edit. So right now in your notes, you should have written stat button, enter on edit. All right, now these are L1, L2, L3. Yours probably looks different from mine. It might have numbers in there, it might not. So if there are numbers in there, raise your hand. Cool. So here's what you do to clear them. Everybody ready? Watch me first and then do it, okay? I go up to the title where it says L1, and then I hit the clear button, and then you see how nothing happened? And then when I hit the down arrow, it all goes away. You could also go through and individually delete every single number if you'd really like to, but that seems stupid. So again, if you want to write down directions, up to the L1 button, hit the clear button, which is above the caret, and then the down arrow, and it will clear the whole list for you. Does anybody have a calculator that does not say L1 first? Perfect. Now what you're going to do in L1 is you're going to type these numbers that we had yesterday. So I've got them right here. You can just look up or you can look at your own sheet. Don't type them in order, just type them in the original order they were in. So I'm putting 42, enter, 13, enter, 3, enter. If you mess up, you can always use the up and down arrows to go back and fix it. Who were we missing yesterday? And Jimmy. Jimmy, do you have the notes? I gave them to you, right?
Yep.
Chris, you wanted the notes, right? And you never got them? Okay, if you do it right, the one you should be on right now, look up. It should say L118 equals nothing because we had 17 numbers. So it's like list 1, the 18th spot is empty right now. Everybody there? Show your calculator to your partner and say, I'm there.
I am there.
Who's your partner?
I just want to.
Okay, does everybody have a partner? Jimmy, do you have a partner? Okay, go sit by Chris.
You can help me.
All right, next. All right, we've done it. We've put stuff in L1. Now you're going to hit second, and then the mode button, which is quit, and that'll bring you back to your original screen. You don't have to save anything. It's in there. Second, quit. It's right. They're right next to each other. Second, and then the one right next to it is mode. You're back to your original screen. So what have we done so far in our calculator?
We have press the stat button.
No, I don't. I want the details. I'm saying, like, what have we generally done?
We put our numbers in.
We put our numbers in, right? And now we need to say to the calculator, use these. So here's what we do. We hit stat. You should be writing down too. This time, instead of clicking on edit, I'm going to use the over arrow to hit calc. That does not stand for calculus, that stands for calculate. And then you're hitting enter on that first one variable stats. If you have an older calculator, this part's probably going to look a little different. That's what Tyler and Gabby, anybody else? Okay, so you'll just have to play along best you can, and if you need special directions, have me come over, okay? So it should say L1 under list, because that's the list we're referring to. You can leave that frequency list question blank, and then you go down and select calculate and hit enter. Yours might have just like popped up on your screen and then automatically assumed. Just hit enter. Does it just automatically fill it in? Are your numbers matching mine? The X bar is 22.47?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to change what list it's referencing, your numbers are different? Okay, how about everybody? Am I messed up? Is your X bar 22.47, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, if your number isn't, then that means that you messed up on your list a little bit. It's like one number's off or something.
Sweet.
Okay? But what you can do now, if you were on Gabby or Tyler, if you're on the old calculators, you can actually type in, do you see above the 1 where it's like that little tiny L1? And above the 2 is little tiny L2? So if you hit second and then L2, you could make it reference L2 instead, or L1, whatever. But I think it automatically assumes that it's L1. All right, now let's talk about what these mean. X bar is the what? The mean, okay? So look, we can find the mean of data set. That's nice. What does that EX mean, you think? Summation of all the data points. So 300, if you add them all together, 382. What do you think the EX squared is?
The total square.
The summation of all of the x squareds. SX?
The variance.
Sample standard deviation. The one that you had to do by hand before.
Yeah.
And this one?
Open.
Population, how dare you, population standard deviation, sigma. Okay? So from now on, I'm here to say, and proudly too, that you never have to calculate standard deviation by hand again. Okay? You can always use your calculator. Sample standard deviation, population standard deviation. What's N? What's N?
Sample.
How many numbers do you have?
How many numbers you have in the sample. Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how many numbers are in the data set? And so we had 17 numbers. And then hit the down arrow. Look, there's your minimum, your Q1, your median, your Q3, and your max. Let's see. Do they match? 1, 4, 13, 42, 76. That's exactly what we figured out yesterday. So this is really convenient when you have obnoxious numbers or a lot of numbers to quickly find your minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum, and then all you have to do. So when I look at your homework, 2 problems you'll get that you have to do by hand. 2 problems you'll get that you have to do by calculator because they're obnoxious unless you, and then on the calculator problems, you just have to draw this. You get all the information from, you don't even have to write down the original numbers, you don't have to put them in order. You don't have to figure it out yourself, you just put them in your calculator, get your 5 numbers that will make your box and whisker plot, and then make it. Okay? Hi. Just 1 second. Page, I'm going to tell you your assignment. Page, did we write it down? You did. Page 109. Numbers 17, 18, 22, 23, and 25 and 28. Ms. Dahlstrom, is it 25 and 28 that are the calculator ones? Okay. I would suggest you start with these 2 because you've got a graphing calculator right now. Use your graphing calculator for those 2. These 2 are by hand. And the other 2 will take you like 2 seconds looking at a picture of a box and whisker.